Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair for transfer students. We're so excited to have you participating in the event today. My name is Jennifer, and I'm going to be your facilitator. We have some fantastic schools. I'm really excited for you to hear from them, but I do have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. However, though, you can use that Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You can leave a question for all of our representatives to answer. Maybe you're looking to find out which schools have a certain major or a certain out-of-class activity that you're curious about. But if you do have a question for a specific school, feel free to put their name in with your question, so that representative will know that you want to hear from them. This is just one of many different sessions that have been happening for Virginia students. We have another round later this evening. We hope that you will join us. It is not too late to register. So you check out the schedule on the website, strivescan.com/Virginia, where you signed up for this event. Also note this presentation and all of the other presentations are being recorded, and they're going to be available in the coming days at that same website where you registered, strivescan.com/Virginia. I'm now excited to welcome our very first school. We are going to be learning about the University of Mary Washington.
Thank you and good evening, everybody. Let's go ahead and share my screen here.
We don't see it yet, Jose. Oh, there we go.
Do we see it?
It's coming. Let's just make sure it's all set. There you go, full screen, take it away.
All right. So my name is Jose Torres. I'm the Assistant Director of Transfer Admissions at the University of Mary Washington. The university, we always like to start these presentations with some fast facts. So the university is located in Fredericksburg, Virginia. We like to tell people that this is the ideal college town location because we are midway between Washington, D.C. and Richmond, Virginia. So it allows for a lot of unique opportunities for our students, whether that be in the internship or the job hunt, not only in Fredericksburg proper, but also from those two surrounding states. We have over 4,100 undergraduate students, and students represent over 34 states and 38 foreign countries at UMW. When it comes to transferring to Mary Washington, you can do that one of three ways. We have our traditional transfer route, which is our most common way of transferring to UMW. Students that transfer the traditional route will be working towards a Bachelor's of Arts or a Bachelor's of Science. We also have our BLS program, which is our Adult Degree Completion Program. Students can major in most programs offered at UMW under the umbrella of the BLS, but you're going to be working towards a Bachelor's of Liberal Studies. There are specific requirements that need to be satisfied in order to receive that degree and also to participate in that program. So for working adults that have completed some college experience that are looking to complete a degree as quickly as possible, the BLS program may be your best way to go about doing things. We also have our BSN completion program, which is an RN to BSN program. So you'll need to have already completed a 2-year nursing program and earned an RN license to come to us to complete your BSN. And the cool thing about the BSN program is it can be completed 100% online, and within a year, you can actually earn your BSN at Mary Wash. So when it comes to our classroom experience, we average about 19 students. There are no graduate assistants at Mary Washington. All classes are taught by master teachers, and 90% of our full-time faculty and staff have their terminal degree. So you're gonna bump into a lot of doctors at Mary Wash. But the cool thing about that is it allows for a lot of unique opportunities for our students because of the doctors that are teaching at the undergraduate level. So research opportunities, study abroad, things like that. Lots of opportunities for our students to be involved on campus with their professors, working hand in hand with them. And we also try to focus on discussion-based seminar courses. So instead of the traditional course where it's a professor standing in front of you lecturing, we like to have our students work in groups, work in pairs to solve those problems together. We feel that information is better retained that way than it is through just taking notes and regurgitating that at a later date. So this is a list of all the majors that we offer at the university. We have over 30 majors for students to choose from. Some of our most popular are going to be business, education, Psychology, our historic preservation program is actually a top 10 program in the country. If you don't see a major listed here that you're interested in, don't lose heart. We do offer students the opportunity to create special majors where you can combine courses from different programs together to create your own little Frankenstein's monster of a major. You just have to find an advisor that's willing to sign off on it. We also have an extensive list of minors as well. Under the umbrella of pre-professional programs, under the umbrella of health sciences, pre-occupational therapy, pre-physical therapy, pre-physician's assistant, things like that, pre-dental, pre-law, pre-med, pre-vet, pre-pharmacy, things of that nature. When it comes to the admissions process, what is it that we're looking for in future UMW Eagles? Well, there's no rigid formula that we follow. There's no A plus B equals C equals transferred. We review each student individually. It's never a situation where I compare student A versus student B and then make an admissions decision. And we consider all factors. That's why we ask for all the information that we ask for when you apply, because all of that information goes into determining whether you're going to be a good fit academically and also personality-wise for the university. Some important factors to consider: challenging program and strong academic performance. We are test choice, even for transfer students. We do not need to see any standardized test scores whatsoever in order for your application to be completed. Essay or personal statement is optional, but if given the chance, I always tell students the more information you can provide, the better. Same goes for extracurricular activities, submitting a resume, letters of rec, no more than 2 as well. We also offer guaranteed admissions to students that are participating with VCCS schools. So if you're a member of a VCCS school and you're going to be earning an associate's degree with a cumulative GPA of a 3.0 or higher, we can guarantee your admission to the University of Mary Washington. Some filing dates to make you aware of. For transfer students, if you're looking to get started in the spring, our priority filing date has passed. It's October 15th, but we are still accepting applications on a rolling basis. The same goes when it comes to summer is March 1st, and for the fall is April 1st. We also offer transfer merit scholarships to students. The cool thing about these scholarships is there's nothing that you need to do to earn these. These are given to you automatically based on your GPA when you're applying to the university. So based on the GPA that I see on the transcripts, you're in line to receive any of these scholarships, and you are notified of that scholarship on your offer of admission. So this is a breakdown of our tuition and fees for the current school year. If you are a Virginia resident, tuition and fees plus room and board is a little over $26,000. If you are a non-Virginia resident, it's going to be a little over $42,000. And if you're looking to contact us, all of our admissions office information is located here. I look forward to working with you and answering any questions that you guys have about Mary Washington. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for joining me this evening.
Thank you so much, Jose, for starting us off and for presenting on the University of Mary Washington. All right, we're on to school number 2. We're going to be hearing next from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello from Charlotte, North Carolina. My name is Jamie Dawkins. I'm the Assistant Director for Transfer Admissions here at Charlotte. And I'm excited to tell you all about Niner Nation and hopefully get you interested in joining our community. So we are UNC Charlotte. We are North Carolina's largest transfer institution. We're so proud of this. We bring in more transfer students than any other system school here in North Carolina. And we're really excited about the fact that they make up over half, or right at half of our student body here at Charlotte. So when you walk on our campus, you won't have a big T on your forehead, but you will certainly be in organizations and classes, taking part in all the great things that Niner Nation has to offer you alongside of other students that have gone through this transfer process. So we hope that that's something that you're excited about and get you more excited about possibly making Niner Nation your home. So we are actually located about 9 miles outside of the uptown Charlotte area. So what's nice is that our students have access to all the amazing things that the great city of Charlotte has to offer, but we're off to the side a little bit in our own little university community, no major roads going through our university. We're kind of tucked away and we have easy access to all the great things that the uptown area has to offer. We are the system's fastest growing university. So much like the center city of Charlotte, our campus has experienced that growth as well. And we're really excited about it. What it means is a lot of great new opportunities for our students. It means new spaces on campus, places to live, places to eat, cool labs, spaces, you name it, we probably have it to make sure your experience is as great as it can be during your time in your college career. We currently have what's known as the light rail. It's an above ground subway system that connects our campus to the uptown area of Charlotte and beyond. So within about 25 minutes, students can show their student ID, hop on the light rail above ground subway right on our campus, and then ride that bad boy right into the uptown area for easy access to internships and co-ops. Maybe students want to go to a cultural event or cool sporting event. Easy access, keeping us wildly connected to our amazing partner, the city of Charlotte, and keeping our partners in the city of Charlotte wildly connected to our students. Right now, we have all 50 states represented in our undergraduate population, but we're always looking to add some Virginia friends to that. 41% of our students are self-identifying as part of an underrepresented population. And we have over 400 student organizations active right now. In the background of this picture here, you can see a snapshot of one of our student org fairs that takes place during our Gold Rush event during the first week of school. It's a great opportunity for you to get connected with all the organizations, whether you're looking for student government, maybe Greek life, maybe you're looking for a pre-professional group. We have a ton of opportunities for students to get involved and connect with others. And if there's something that we don't have that you'd like to see come to fruition, grab a couple of your friends and you can certainly start that here and leave your mark at UNC Charlotte. We have 18 Division I sports and a number of study abroad opportunities. So you will see Niners across the globe regularly. We're super excited about the over 70 study abroad partnerships that we have, and are excited to see our Niners going out and about once again this year. So it's been a great time as we've rolled out the 21-22 school year and as we look ahead to the school years to come. We offer 171 majors. They're all housed within different academic colleges. We're well known for our engineering, for our nursing program is incredibly strong. We have some amazing Belk College of Business programs, as we are the third largest banking capital in the nation here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So a little bit of everything, no matter what your interest is. And you always have an academic advisor specific to your program, keeping you on track and moving you forward. Our student to faculty ratio is 20:1, and our average classroom size is 35, which is really impressive considering we are a 30,000 plus student institution. We want to make sure our students have those hands-on learning experiences and discussion-based classroom settings that we know are going to be most meaningful to you throughout your college experience. Also, don't forget that we are a research institution, which means research opportunities are here and available and will definitely help you stand out throughout your time as you go on to take your degree and turn it into a career. So talking a little bit about our application process for transfer students, we do have this pretty streamlined for you. It's an online application, a $75 application fee, as well as an official high school transcript and an official college transcript from every school you previously attended. Once we have all of those items, we'll be able to review you and get your admissions decision to you within 6 to 8 weeks. Though the earlier you apply, the sooner you're going to get that decision. Our deadlines are on the screen. Our spring one is coming up shortly on November 15th. So there's still time to get started with us in January if you'd like. If you're thinking about a summer or fall transfer, I encourage you to use your winter break to get those applications in. Applying early means getting your decision early, which means you can do next steps earlier, like scholarships and housing and financial aid, which I'll talk about shortly. We do require students to have 24 hours and a minimum cumulative college GPA of a 2.0. That's for general admission to the university. You do need to be in good standing with your most recent institution in order to transfer to Charlotte. And we strongly encourage you to get a college level math complete prior to transferring. But if you don't have college level math complete, we will look to make sure you completed math while you were in high school. Some of our majors like business, engineering, nursing, and computer science, those are a little bit more competitive. They have some additional requirements beyond the 24 hours and the 2.0, but feel free to let me know if you have any questions about those requirements, and I'll definitely drop our website and information on the chat box before I sign off tonight. We know that the financial aid piece, or the financial side of the transfer process, is very important. So be sure you are starting your FAFSA as early as possible. So right now, if you're thinking at all of transferring to us in the 22-23 school year, I would go ahead and do that 22-23 FAFSA, even if you're not quite yet ready to apply. If you're thinking about a spring start with us, don't forget to add us to the 21-22 FAFSA that you did last year so that we can get an upcoming spring award created for you once you're admitted. We also have a number of scholarships available and a scholarship office on campus. So we encourage you guys to look for scholarships. You can apply to those once you've been admitted. And we also encourage you to live on campus if at all possible, but we have a Niner Choice program designed to help you find off-campus housing options. Stay connected with us through our website. There's a lot of tour options, virtual and in person, and open house coming up. And we are very active for our transfer students on our social media accounts. So give us a follow, stay in touch with us, and we're happy to help you stay Connect it throughout your transfer process. And if you need our team, take a picture here. We're happy to help. Thank you all for having me this evening. And I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you so much, Jamie, for presenting on the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. All right, just a reminder, we've had some more attendees join us. Just wanted to let you know that you should keep an eye on the chat tonight so that you can look for contact information or links that our representatives may share for easy follow-up. Because remember, these 6 minutes, it's just a small sneak peek, and every one of these schools has so much more to share about their opportunities in and out of the classroom. Also, don't forget that we have the Q&A button. So if you have any specific questions that you want to ask or something you want to follow up on for someone who's already presented or one of the schools to come, either way, we hope that you will use that Q&A button to gain a little more information that you might be looking for specifically. All right, we're on to our third school. Next, we're going to be learning all about Centra College.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Caitlin Bosley. I'm the enrollment coordinator at Centra College. We're a little bit different from the other four-year schools that are here today as well, because we specialize in nursing. In fact, we used to be known as Centra College of Nursing. So we have 4 programs, but we are located in Lynchburg, Virginia, which is right in Central Virginia. It is absolutely gorgeous. We're only 5 minutes from downtown. And the population of Lynchburg is about 80,000 people, and the greater Lynchburg area is about 250,000. So like I said, we have 4 different programs at Centra College. We have everything goes from a 5-week program all the way up to a 2-year program. So the ones that will have transfer specific prerequisites are the ADN program and the RN to BSN program. However, students, we see many students that are applying that have previous college degrees. So you're technically considered a transfer student, but starting out in one of our lower level nursing programs. So our CNA program is the Certified Nurse Assistant. That is only a 5-week program. Basically, all of our programs are full-time, except for our BSN program. But it is full-time, 5-week program. At the end of it, you're a certified CNA. And then the option up from that is our LPN program, which is our licensed practical nurse. It is a 17-month program. There are no prerequisites required for it, but there are co-requisites. So you would be enrolled in Centra College and our partner community college, which is CVCC, Central Virginia Community College, which is only about like 5-10 minutes away from our school as well. Again, no prerequisites for that one. And then getting into our programs that do require prerequisites are our ADN and our RN to BSN. Our ADN program is our largest program at Centra College. Total, we have about 350 students. And I would say about half of those students are in our ADN program. It is 2 years long. You do not go during the summer like you do for the LPN program. It's just a fall spring term. So there's plenty of opportunities to do co-requisite courses during the summer if you do not want to do it during your nursing classes. 5 prerequisite courses are required. They're all specifically listed on our website, which I will give in the chat before I sign off today. And then the next step up from that is our RN to BSN program. So this is a post-licensure program, which means that you would need to complete an ADN program or a diploma in nursing previously to apply for our BSN program. This is an additional 2 years, and there are 9 prerequisites required. The great thing about this is that our ADN program sets you up perfectly to go right into our BSN program because all of the prerequisites and co-requisites for ADN are the prerequisites for the BSN program as well. So it sets you up perfectly to go right into the BSN. The most amazing thing about this is that if you do our ADN program and you are a Centra College alum, your BSN program is actually 50% off of tuition. And that is automatic as long as you graduated. It doesn't have to be within a certain time. It doesn't have to be within 1 year, although several of our students do apply only 1 or 2 years after graduating from our ADN program. The other great thing is that our BSN program is 100% online. All of our other programs are in person, but that online option for our BSN means that you can be a full-time registered nurse while working through your second or your additional 2 years for your bachelor's degree. And so I am the enrollment coordinator for Centra College. Since we are small, I work individually with every single student that's applying to our school. So my contact information is up here on the screen, admissions@centracollege.edu. We have an online application for all of our programs except for the CNA program. That one's a little bit separate, but I'm happy to answer any of the questions for any of our programs. That's one really great thing about us too, is that we work individually with each individual student to make sure that all of the transfer courses, the prerequisites and the co-requisites are right on track. We don't want you registering for any classes that you do not need because we are so specialized. There's not as many of the general education requirements, although there are like the English 112 and 111 type classes. So again, we are happy to help you throughout the entire process, and I look forward to reviewing your application.
Thank you so much, Caitlin, for sharing Centra College tonight. The next school that we're going to be hearing from is Johnson & Wales University.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Marisa Marcy, and I'm a regional admissions rep with Johnson & Wales University. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. And Johnson & Wales University is a very different university. I love it so much. We were founded up in Providence, Rhode Island. Oh, are you able? Oh,
Marisa, you just wanted to double check. Your camera is now off and it isn't to a full screen share. And I just wanted to be certain.
Oh, thanks. Oops. Okay, let me see if I can go ahead and get that full. How does that look? Can you see? Let's see. Advance to sharp.
Yes, okay? Now it's all good. And did you want your camera on or off?
You know, I'm going to keep it off only because when I share my screen, there's a weird kind of unsyncing.
Oh, perfect.
So I'll go ahead.
Just
thanks, I appreciate your help here.
Take it.
Cool. Well, anyway, so Johnson & Wales is very different from other universities. We actually have 2 campus locations. We were founded up in Providence, Rhode Island back in 1914. And we also have a campus in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're a private nonprofit university. And even though we have 2 campuses, it is all one university. And it's a very different school. We're all about learning by doing. So at Johnson & Wales, we don't have any of those huge lecture halls that you sometimes find at other universities. All of our classes are small lab settings where you can do hands-on work. We have a small faculty to student ratio, so you do get a lot of attention from your faculty, and all of them have so much industry experience. They're renowned in their fields and they're great teachers too. And because of the small class sizes, they really become your mentors. With Johnson & Wales, whenever you start, and we do have a wonderful transfer population here, you're going to get right into your major, no matter how many credits you're bringing with you. And we think that's important. The sooner you can get into what you want to do, the sooner you can start experiencing it. And also then the sooner you can do an internship. And at Johnson & Wales, we have over 50 different majors, and they cover everything from business, culinary arts, hospitality, health and wellness, engineering and design, liberal studies, psychology, and so much more. We are renowned in the world of hospitality and culinary arts, and I always like to share that our College of Food Innovation and Technology, if you go that route, you're not just learning the classics, but you're also learning about the future of food. It's very cutting edge. And while some of our grads from our culinary program become chefs and restaurateurs, they also get into food science, they get into food sustainability, and so many different areas. What I'm most proud about with Johnson & Wales is that we have a 97.7% career outcomes rate. And that means that almost all of our students are doing what they want to do when they graduate, whether it's launching their careers or going on to grad school. And we do have accelerated graduate programs for MBAs. We have a 3+3 accelerated law program in partnership with Roger Williams College. We've got a great graduate program for PAs, physician assistants, and so much more. And I think the reason we have that high outcomes rate is because of the small classes, the hands-on learning, and our internship program. More than half of our internships pay. Where 71% of our students did an internship last year. They received a job offer upon completion. And we have our internship sites all over the country and also abroad as well. We have a beautiful diversity of both the Providence and Charlotte campus. And by the way, we also have online programs too. And we want you to have a happy, healthy social life. So we have Greek life, we've got athletics, everything from club sports to NCAA, D3. You can get as involved as much or as little as you want, but you'll never be bored at either of our campuses. As a transfer student, it's your option. You can live on or off campus. Typically, our transfer students, if they do decide to live on campus, choose our on-campus apartments, which are fully furnished and everyone gets their own bedroom. As far as applying, we have a no-fee app. And we're on rolling admissions. If you're looking to start in our January term, there's still time to apply now. Otherwise, you'd want to apply by March 1st for next fall's start. And we take a holistic approach to reviewing your application. For transfer students, you can earn up to $14,000 in renewable scholarships, and it's not a separate application. All you need to do is to apply with our no-fee application. And as far as FAFSA goes, we have one code for both Providence and Charlotte, 003404. Almost all of our students receive financial aid. And I'm going to put in the chat, we have a transfer evaluation system where you can see which of your classes will transfer in. And if you've taken more than a few courses, if you have 24 credits or you've earned your associate degree, you can explore our guaranteed admissions program. We also hope you'll come visit. We're available for both virtual and in-person tours at both campuses, and they both are beautiful locations. Providence is considered the creative capital of the country. It's a great place to be a college student. They call it College Town, USA. There's 8 major universities all clustered near each other. So there's a lot of youthful energy, a lot of fresh ideas, and Charlotte is a phenomenal city. We're located right in the heart of Uptown, right by Panthers Stadium. If you're looking at anything in business, it's phenomenal. Charlotte's the second largest financial district in the whole USA. It thrives with arts and culture. So we hope you will come and visit. Here's my contact info, and I'll also put it in the chat. Thanks so much. Come and visit us and go Wildcats.
Thank you so much, Marisa, for presenting on Johnson and Wales.
Thank you. Bye.
We're moving on to our 5th school tonight. We're going to be learning all about Virginia Tech.
Awesome. Thanks, Jennifer. And hello, everybody out there. I'm going to talk about Virginia Tech. I'm Jared Delaney, the transfer coordinator and senior assistant director of undergraduate admissions. Very happy to be with you tonight. I'm going to throw a lot of information at you, and it's going to come pretty quick and fast. But I want to emphasize that all these resources are available right from our main transfer admissions website, vt.edu/admissions/transfer. And I'll throw a link to that in the chat at the end. So just to give you a quick overview about Virginia Tech, we're located in Blacksburg, Virginia, in Southwest Virginia. We have about 37,000 total students, and in terms of enrollment, 30,000 students at the undergraduate level, more than 100 transfer majors spanning all disciplines. So basically, academically, anything you want to do, you can do it at Virginia Tech. We probably do it very well with top-ranked, globally ranked programs in lots of different disciplines. We also have top-rated student life, world-class dining. So if you're interested in food like me, you can't find too many better options in terms of Virginia Tech for campus dining. A very vibrant and active student community all around campus, and especially transfers. Over 950 clubs and organizations generally that you can participate in. So basically anything you want to do, any hobby you have, interest you have, you can continue to explore that or try new things at Virginia Tech. Then I always love to share that about 1 in 7 students who graduates from Virginia Tech began their journey in the transfer process. So you're definitely not alone if you join us as a transfer student. Now, academically, a full array of majors. You can look at the website to see each of those. They're grouped in what we call academic colleges. Very, very popular programs across these different organizations. Top 5 kind of programs for incoming transfers are going to be things like the engineering programs, the sciences, thinking about biological sciences, biochemistry, animal and poultry sciences up there as well. Business programs, business information technology, and finance also among the top programs. So plenty to do and explore. Students can double major, minor across disciplines, really craft their own unique educational pathway. So check out the website to learn more about each of those more than 100 undergraduate majors. Now, I wanted to share some quick resources about transferring, a little bit about the philosophy of transfer at Virginia Tech. Unlike a lot of schools, we're going to be focusing on specifically your college work. So we admit to students directly to major. Now, the catch there in thinking about you ready to come in and hit the ground running for your major is that you'll have to showcase some strong prerequisite coursework. So with 100 plus diverse majors, obviously those preparatory routes can look a little different. So we got our transfer roadmaps that you'll find on the website that really outline the key classes that we're looking for, specific requirements in some cases, or in some cases recommendations or combinations of those different kind of tiered system to present a strong application for your intended major, whether it's something like history or biochemistry or mechanical engineering or computational modeling and data analytics. This will help you build a strong pre-transfer schedule at your current institution. You can also look at credit transferability resources on our registrar's transfer guide. Tons of great resources here to help you understand how your credits will transfer. If you're at the Virginia Community College system, all of your coursework is evaluated. And you can easily locate those equivalencies. You can look at data that we have from other institutions as well. So no matter where you're attending, kind of get a feel for that potential transferability, and look at any other sources of college credit, things like AP, IB, CLEP, and those types of credit, how those are regarded by Virginia Tech. Wanted to highlight that there's a lot of specific transfer student programming and resources that you can utilize and access, especially after you transition to Virginia Tech. You can be part of the transfer student organization. You can live on campus as part of a transfer specific community living in a traditional residence hall on campus. They have a lot of fun, really, really cool community. So if you are interested in more of that traditional residential experience, you can live on campus. A mentor program to help you as you transition to campus, get connected with somebody who's been in your shoes and been successful. Optional class for transfers to help you optimize your time at Virginia Tech, really get the most out of your time. And even a program where you can connect with us to learn more about the transfer process. So great if you're thinking about transferring, if you're kind of moving forward with the application, or even on the other side of an admissions decision, good or bad, you can connect with us through the Hokie Corner program and set up an individualized appointment to talk with an admissions or advising counselor. Wanted to just share some quick deadline information. So if you are interested in transferring to Virginia Tech, this is what you need to know. Application deadlines. We do have a spring process as well as a summer and fall process that operate at the different kind of parts of the year. Just kind of come out of the spring process, getting ready to notify spring applicants here in the next week or so. And the summer and fall process is where we bring in most of our transfers. So moving forward, we're going to look to bring in between 200 and 300 students in the spring, whereas in the summer and fall process, we bring in anywhere from about 900 to 1,250 transfers in the last few years through the summer and fall process. Deadlines are there. There is step-by-step guidance for completing the application process on our transfer application checklist that you see linked there at the bottom. 2 major steps to completing the application process: submission of your Common App, so that's your application, and most students will be required to submit a separate self-reported academic record. That's a little different from a lot of schools too who use transcripts. We don't use transcripts. We ask you to do this self-reported academic record, telling us all about your college work, your college grades, even your in-progress work that you'll have completed by the time you would start at Virginia Tech. Here's the cost of attending Virginia Tech, kind of a quick breakdown: in-state tuition fees, room and board; out-of-state tuition fees, room and board, and plenty more. You can find more information and kind of cost breakdowns, information about scholarships and those kind of things right on the Office of Scholarships and Financial Aid's website. In terms of scholarships, key thing to know here is that you should apply early, probably by mid-January, just to make sure that you can get in through the scholarship deadlines and meet the FAFSA priority deadlines. Definitely check out the website to learn more about that. Lots of great reasons to choose Virginia Tech. If I was to highlight one, I would focus on that retention rate. A lot of students come to Virginia Tech, very few leave without kind of reaching their goals. That retention rate really speaks to the success of students, the resiliency of our community, the support system that we have, and really supporting students through that transition. So stay connected with us in all kinds of different ways.
End of our 6 minutes, so want to make sure we get that information out there for sure.
Absolutely. So feel free to stay connected with us on social media. Again, check out the transfer admissions page to learn more. So thanks so much and have a great night.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Jared, for wrapping up the formal part of our presentation. Turns out, everyone, we're actually only a 5x6 session. So we do have a little bit of time together with only 5 schools. We're going to do a couple live Q&A questions, but I want to make sure that all of our representatives were able to get their contact to the chat, that all of our attendees can get their grab a copy of that information to help them follow up after today. We really hope that you are excited to learn more about all 5 of these schools and want to do a lot more research after today. All right, so for our live Q&A portion, I'd like to invite all of our representatives to come back on camera. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming back on. Really appreciate it. So we have 5 amazing transfer admissions professionals here. They have so much advice and information to share with students and families who are navigating this process and what makes it really unique as a transfer student. So I'd love to hear from each of you a top tip or a piece of advice that you would really love to share with everyone. Now, the way we're going to do this, we're going to go in the exact same order. So we're going to start with Jose from the University of Mary Washington, work our way to Jared at Virginia Tech, and have each of you share your tip. As the person ahead of you finishes, just feel free to turn on your microphone and answer away. I won't call any in between. We'll just kind of float from person to person. So Jose, if you want to start us off, I would really appreciate it.
Sure. Advice for transfer students. Personally, I was a transfer student. This was something that was imparted to me that I like to tell everybody: just keep asking questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Chances are, if you're thinking about it and you're in a room full of other people, there's probably someone in that room thinking the exact same thing. So don't be afraid, ask the question, get your question answered. Just keep asking questions, because you're not going to know if a school is a good fit for you unless you're continuing to ask questions.
I've been working with transfer students for almost a decade now. And the one thing I come back to is start early, start planning early, start your application early, start visiting early, start exploring early. I always encourage students to reach out to their intended institutions early. We can always help you. We can likely answer those questions as Jose mentioned. We can potentially direct you to some tools to help you make the most out of your time at other colleges before getting to us. And we can likely help you through that admissions process earlier, getting you your decision earlier so that you can do next steps earlier and potentially get more aid, more scholarships, and all that good stuff. So I encourage my transfer students to avoid waiting and get a jump start as soon as they know that a transfer is on the horizon.
So one of my pieces of advice is to always pay attention and read carefully in the application and pay attention to those deadlines. For example, Centra, just for the application alone, is not the only piece that we require. There's an entrance test. There's high school transcripts need to go to a specific place. So I always advise students to read very carefully and make sure that everything is done, because you do not want to get a decision letter in the mail only because you missed one piece of information or missed submitting one document in for the deadline.
And I'd like to piggyback on Jamie's starting early with the process. I think too many times, just as human nature, we put up our own roadblocks. Don't do that to yourself. Just go for it. If you're thinking about that you think you might want to do this, don't talk yourself out of it. Do your research. If you can, come visit whichever colleges you're thinking about. There's always great virtual opportunities, but then if you can come and visit in person, there's nothing like doing that to really get the vibe and the energy. So just sounds like a Nike ad, but just do it and reach out to all of us as admissions reps. That's what we're here for, and we'd love to assist you.
Wow, I agree with everybody. And I think those are some really, really good tips. I definitely agree with reaching out early, asking questions. I think friendly folks across the board in terms of transfer can definitely help you. You heard from all of us how nuanced it can be and kind of how different things can be about the transfer process. We're happy to help you through that. But if I could add to anything, and this kind of reinforces Caitlin's point about reading closely, I would say check your email. That's the thing that I think is incredibly important. Yeah, everybody just went nod. Yeah. So check your email after you applied in case there are next steps, in case we need to communicate with you. Make sure that you're not missing out on any key communications, because that could jeopardize your chances for admission, delay a decision, etc. So just make sure you stay on top of that, checking your email regularly.
I have done a lot of these sessions, and counselors are always nodding along to each other's tips. I mean, which I hope tells everyone watching that this is real deal info from a range of schools, and you see counselors nodding. But I don't think I've ever seen any group as emphatically start nodding their head on the check your email thing. That was amazing to watch. So really, I'm going to echo that. Students, check your email, really do it, follow up. It really matters. And these counselors actually, when they email you, they do want to hear back from you. They want to talk to you. They want to answer your questions. So if you hear from them via email or text or anything, respond. That's the best part of their job. It's not the reading of the applications. It's helping you as students and getting to know you and what your goals are. That's the part that makes it fun. It's not the application review, trust me. All right, we've got time for another question, and I love this group so much. So I know this is going to be hard, but we're going to go in the same order. So thank you again, Jose, for always starting us off. All right, so what is one more key takeaway or a few keywords that you want anyone watching to be able to take away to help remember your school as they are getting ready to, think about it and hopefully contact you to learn more?
For sure. I would say two big keywords are going to be community and opportunity. When it comes to our community, it's a very special place down in Fredericksburg. It's a very tight-knit community, and I actually had a student tell me this at our open house this past weekend. It's just it just feels like everyone is pulling for everyone to succeed at the university. So that's one of those things that you're going to experience there, and just the opportunities that are available to you at the university, whether it be internships, job opportunities. There are lots of things going on in and around the Fredericksburg area that we try to make our students aware of so they can take advantage of them. So community and opportunity.
I'm a little biased, so I'm an alum of UNC Charlotte and I get to work there. But I would say my two things that I like students to remember is transfer friendly. We are the largest transfer institution in the state. Our transfer students are a huge part of our student body. They make up a meaningful portion of our students. They enhance our community, and we want you here. We want you to bring your experience and enhance our entire Niner Nation. And the other thing is connection. So here at Charlotte, our big thing is students can connect with one another, can connect across campus with support, and can connect to the community around us for opportunities for postgraduate chances and jobs and all of that good stuff. So I think connection and transfer friendliness is what I want you to remember about Charlotte.
So I'm just going to emphasize something I said earlier, and that is what makes us unique is that your first half of your 4 years in your associate's program with us will lead really, really well onto the second half in your bachelor's degree, because you can be a full-time working nurse while taking some online classes. So that means that you're only in the classroom for half the time that any other student would be going to get a 4-year degree. Transferring in those prerequisite courses would even cut that down a little bit more. So being able to save a lot of money if you know that nursing is your end goal is what Centra College is really good at.
Johnson & Wales University, we're all about experiential education. Our classes look like real world settings. We've got a renowned internship program. And with our hands-on nature of our classes, students have told me they have a thing called clock shock, where they're so absorbed in what they're doing, they don't even realize that any time has passed, and they're shocked when the class is over. And most of our students do have a 4-day school week too.
And I would think for Virginia Tech, I think I would emphasize kind of growth and comprehensive customization and customizability. At Virginia Tech, you really have no shortage of options when you're thinking about the myriad educational pathways and thinking about academics, the myriad kind of combinations of student life elements. You might be looking for something that's very different from somebody else who's coming to Virginia Tech, and you can each have that type of experience. You can make the university as large or as small as you want, get involved in as much or as little as you want, really try new things, grow a lot in your time on campus, and find those spaces and places where you're going to be happy, which I think is the most important thing. And ultimately, once you're there, that's what's going to lead you to success at Virginia Tech, and certainly in the next chapter beyond once you graduate and leave Blacksburg. So that's what I would leave you with.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. I think those were great ways to just kind of give a little great summary or last little catch for anyone watching as they're thinking about what they want to learn next after today. Well, we are reaching the end of our time together. So first of all, thank you to all of our representatives. You represent not just the facts and figures about each of your schools and all of those important deadlines, and especially those FAFSA reminders, but also just the excitement, the energy for the opportunities on your campus for students to get involved, get connected, and build towards their future career goals. Thank you to everyone who's watching, whether you were watching live or the recording. We hope that you're really inspired to check out these schools and to learn more after today. Because remember, you've just gotten a sneak peek of what they all have to offer. Well, here's the logistics. When you close your window, there's going to be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We would appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We encourage you to check the schedule. We've got one last round of this tonight, so we hope that you'll come back for more sessions. And don't forget, everyone, that you have the opportunity to watch all of these session recordings, to watch them again, share with family and friends, or check out other schools you may not have been able to attend and see in a live session. And we hope you'll do that. Remember, you can do all of this at the same website where you've enrolled. You can see that on the screen. It is stryscan.com/Virginia. So thank you everyone again for being here, and all the best in your college search. It can be overwhelming, but it's really fun and an adventure to figure out what's next for you in your college adventure. Have a great night.